Hi.
Yo.
What's up, everybody? It's Sunday night at 7 o'clock. It's that time again. It's time for Gaming Beyond the Box. And hopefully you guys like the new intro. I was waiting to show that all week.
Yeah, my neck hurts, man. I was definitely head banging. That was pretty good.
That's pretty badass. I love that one.
And
I told you we had to get
clotheslined one of my cats.
I told you we had to get rid of it.
It doesn't have a weird pause at the end either.
The Redfall thing just had to go. Yeah, and we got rid of that annoying pause at the end. So
Redfall's gone. Ugh.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. It was just so awkward too. That little, it was only like a few seconds, but it felt like minutes. So it was just so weird. But it was just strange. I don't know why. And I had to get Redfall out of our intro too. It's kind of embarrassing after I played Redfall. So anyway, let's get to it. Strike a pose. There's nothing to it. Wow, where the fuck did that come from?
Yo.
Anyway, all right. The bottom right, we have the panel pony pumper. What's up, Piniac?
What's going on, everybody? Sunday night. I did not retire, get fired, step down, or whatever you want to call it this week from anything.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm just too good. Yeah, but in terms of what I've been playing, obviously I do a few rips around the track in GT7, of course, and I am almost at the 90-hour mark with Baldur's Gate 3, which I did not see coming, but there we are. I'm hoping I'm done before Spider-Man comes out.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Even if you're not, who cares?
That's
We'll
awesome.
be playing Spider-Man.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. All right.
There we go. Let's go.
All right. And then next to him, we have Centurion. What's up, man?
What is up, guys? I'm just getting ready for tonight's show. Excited about tonight's topics and everything that's taken place. I mean, it's going to be a fun conversation tonight for sure. And for whatever reason, I keep going from Starfield to playing Biomutant. Like, I'm almost done with that damn game, but I'm actually having a blast playing it.
I'm probably one of the very few people that bought that giant statue.
I kind of wish I would have now. I kind of wish I would have, especially now that I know how the story works and just like at least what the developer was trying to craft in that game. And I was like, you know what? This is a statue-worthy game.
Matter of fact, my mouse pad and my keyboard pad has got Biomutant on it. I'm looking at it now. That's what came with the package. You got the big statue and this big giant pad for your desk.
Mm-hmm.
So I love Biomutant,
that's right,
dude.
it did come with it.
Yep, I played through that game like 4 freaking times.
Well, I didn't go that far with it, but
I was gonna say, damn, dude, holy cow.
Well, and the bad part, man, we won't see a second one. That's the shitty part.
I don't know. I mean, that was made by what,
audience,
like 12 devs. So honestly, you never know. Or just may get something that's similar. I mean, they now, to me, for that game, I mean, they came out with an update. They've kind of did a lot of things with it that I didn't think was going to happen since
that's true
came out. So I mean, you never know. I mean, I don't know if we'll get a second one, and if we do, hopefully they do kind of add a little bit of talking in it, or let you completely stop the mumbling, as I would say, with the characters.
Yeah, the narrator was my biggest issue.
They gave you control over the narrator.
Yeah,
that was the best part.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting how literally, if you really think about it, the whole game is technically voiced by one person.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, the default setting was a little too talkative. Yeah, I had to change it.
Oh yeah, I turned him off. I got tired of hearing him. I just completely muted him. Made it much easier to deal with.
It's kind of like Crispy when he goes on like a 5-minute rant, right?
5.
You said at the end of the show. Yeah.
We shut the show down last week. We all dropped out of the studio. He was still in here talking. And he didn't even notice. That's the bad part.
I'll try to make up for tonight's lack of engaging conversation. I brought a whole roll of tinfoil.
Nice.
I'm joking.
And speaking of tinfoil, we have the one, the only, the Royal Canadian himself. What's up, Noof?
Boom, 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 baby. It's good to be back in the room over here with you fine fellows. Yeah, because good topics and the chat is already hopping, so it's going to be a good show. Can't wait to get into it, baby.
Was there anything really newsworthy this week?
Hell yeah, Phil Spencer's gone.
No, that's pretty boring.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
That's how every week is God Spencer.
That's
Aaron
it.
Greenberg's nudes drop. That did happen.
That's true.
Yeah,
Well, you're not going to get on that conversation because that could be scary.
Could be.
It could be.
Jeff Keighley keep meeting up in weird places.
Yeah, out in the woods. Yeah.
Mysterious forest. Yeah.
And Aaron does like his mantinis. So, I mean, there's that, right? And Scrub Nurse, what have you been up to, sir, besides Call of Duty?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Besides Call of Duty, you had to stipulate that. Let's see. I guess I did nothing. No, I'm just...
I was going to say Call of Duty.
Yeah. Man.
Well, I played a little Call of Duty, then I got upset, got tired of it, so I went and played a little more Call of Duty.
Yeah. Then I played Warzone. No, but no, man, I'm kind of messed up right now trying to figure out what I'm going to do with Cyberpunk because I haven't purchased Phantom Liberty.
It's amazing.
Because I wanted to give the 2.0 update its fair shake before I move on. And I started a corporal character. I put like 11 hours into it. And then I was like, man, I started doing too many side missions. I was just going to race through the story and it sucked me back in. So I do have a character created, level 48 street kid.
Whoa.
That, like I told y'all before, I had paused right to you meet with Hanako where it says you can't turn back if you go up this elevator.
Yeah.
So I respect that whole entire character, attributes, everything. And I ran around and man, this character's so OP. So because I have the secret ending unlocked that I want to play through. And then I'm gonna get Phantom Liberty and I'm just loving Cyberpunk all over again. I mean, if this was what it was when it came out, I think this would have definitely won Game of the Year. I don't think there was a way it wouldn't. It's just gorgeous.
Fair enough. All right. Bomber, what have you been up to, sir?
Not really gaming at all. Haven't had a lot of things going on the last couple of weeks.
We know you have.
But no, finally got to play a little bit of Cyberpunk today. Whole fresh, play through Street Kid. The update's awesome. The freaking I mean, pretty much just copy everything that freaking Scrub said because it's freaking it's amazing. It's so good. And
did you start a new character with Phantom Liberty or the original story?
Original story from the very beginning. So I'm level 6 or 7 right now, maybe 8.
Okay,
I can't remember.
Starting over, nice.
Oh, starting completely fresh because main reason why is because since the if you depending on your choices and stuff with your main run, if you've completed everything, then a lot of the Phantom Liberty stuff won't change any outcomes. Like you'll still get, the Phantom Liberty stuff, but you won't get any of that extra nuance for the game to kind of change the way certain things will happen throughout your regular playthrough. So that's reason why I restarted. But plus I just love it. And there's really other than what Spider-Man and Assassin's Creed, I don't know if there's really anything else that I'm like hugely waiting for. I mean, yeah, Call of Duty, but
Call of Duty.
Alan Wake.
No.
Yeah, I know. I just had to throw that one in there.
Like, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It just it's not my type of game. But
I'm gonna be honest though.
I think it'll be good.
I think the original Alan Wake looked better than what I've seen of this one.
I'm
the only one.
So I don't
Even with the visual upgrades.
Yeah.
I don't
mean,
really care about Alan Wake.
I may be wrong, but we'll find out soon enough, right?
Oh, for sure.
That's right.
And for me, I've been playing Starfield until this morning. I'm 102 hours in, and for some odd reason, every fucking story mission wants to glitch now. I have no idea why that happened, but on my screen at any given time, there's a marker for every individual mission that I have now. They won't go away. I've reloaded old saves. That doesn't work. It's still screwed up. And this all started trying to do Barrett's story. For whatever reason, and this isn't a spoiler, so I'm going to kind of make it to where you don't get the complete idea. Barrett's supposed to give you a key. Barrett would not give me this key that I needed to proceed through his mission, and it all went to shit from there. The sad part is I've got all those hours. My character's level 55, so now I can't hit the New Game Plus, so I'm a little butthurt. I even erased the entire game and reinstalled it. I got rid of some of the old saves. Nothing seemed to work. So I guess at this point, I just kind of throw in the towel because it sucks because I was really into it. I got my ship's completely upgraded, all that good stuff. And now I just can't. There's nothing else for me to do at this point because I'm stuck with Barrett, and trying to get him to play stealthy is like trying to nail Jello to a tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you walk anywhere, he's ready to fucking start firing with that minigun.
And your wife.
Oh, she's long gone at this point. Although I had a
And
dude argue
Vasco.
with me on that one. But yeah, it was just weird. What the fuck? Glow
So you
crazy.
so your save is just dead in the water, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and I've even tried. Oh, you're blocked. What shit is that? But
Go Bug Fuzz.
but yeah, dude, I mean, and the bad part. Oh, that's coming from Twitch. I can't block it.
Oh God, Twitch! What the fuck?
The bad part is, like I said, man, I've got 100 and some hours into it. Didn't have any issues until yesterday, and that's it. I went back to saves and it just doesn't work.
I thought uninstalling and installing might have fixed it, but you said that didn't work, so I'm stumped. That sucks, man.
Yeah, I tried that too. I mean, I deleted some of the old saves because it had like 50 in it, and there's no way I'm going all the way back like level 25. It's not going to happen. So
I guarantee it's Jim Ryan's fault. I mean,
well, that's why that fucker retired, dude.
yep. He said, "I'm gonna screw this game up." Ha
Wait.
what it was.
Jim Ryan retired? When did this happen?
Yeah. I don't
Oh.
know. Yeah.
Well,
Is
he
this
didn't retire
Is this
exactly.
sarcasm, or I don't know. Who knows? Fuck, who knows?
Well, he didn't retire. He stepped down. Remember, it's the wordage you have to use.
Yeah. He didn't
Oh,
want to
okay,
travel
okay,
anymore.
yeah. I got scared when you said retired, but he did step down. That's correct.
Yeah, it's all in the verbiage. Did you see that little argument this week?
It's all kind of the same, you know.
Here's my thing, Jim Ryan. You sucked at your job. I think you did personally. And this is coming from somebody that's owned every PlayStation that's ever been made. I think you sucked. Sean Layton would probably tell you to your face you sucked. And I don't mean you just sucked a little bit. I mean you sucked big Gene Grind, slime me, donkey dick suck. And I'm glad to see you step down. Although I'm not going to tell you that you don't know how to run a company because I don't know how to run a video game company.
Yeah, you
I
do.
clean up bloods, guts, and brains for a living. So I don't
It's
really
kinda the
know.
same thing, ain't it?
Not really, no. But if on Twitter it is. I am verified on Twitter, so I guess that means I am qualified to do your job,
Hell yeah.
according to some people.
That
Yeah,
also
I don't-
means you're a developer too, if you have that blue
Yeah,
check.
that's it.
Blue check
And
developer.
I don't know how to do your job, so I congratulate you on all your years of screwing up Sony or whatever it is you've been doing. But I hope they get somebody better than you are, because apparently these gas games aren't really going to work very well. Apparently, so
Surprise.
We could finally see one of them. Maybe we have different.
I know freaking
Fuck
Bungie keeps on
Christ.
saying no.
You won't see half of them. I
you'll
truly
see all.
believe we talked about this a couple of months ago. Everybody jumped on this game as a service bandwagon when they saw the potential of COVID and folks sitting at home with nothing to do. So they started buying consoles and playing video games. And it's like the largest bubble ever created, the video game bubble, as far as look how many subscribers and new viewers and look how many PlayStations and Xboxes are being bought. This is going to go on forever. And then now folks are back at work and they're not sitting at home. And then the drop off has just been exponential. And you've already started making these games. You've already started making these plans 2 or 3 years ago. Now it's 2023. And it's either you keep doing it or you stop. Either way, you're going to lose money, because almost every new games as a service game has failed. Name one right now in the last 2 years that have come out that's just captured everybody's attention.
Like fuck,
Laura.
even Fortnite just laid off like 900 people. Or sorry,
Well,
Epic.
so Epic laid off 16% of their workforce, and we're also seeing a number of developers that do games as a service that are actually shuttling a lot of their output in these games as a service style games. The big one that comes to mind for me is the developer of Fall Guys. They were pretty much bought out by Epic Games, and then they were made to make their game free to play. And now it looks like that developer is going to have some hard times coming ahead of them. And it kind of sucks for some of these developers that put all their eggs in one basket in a concept like games as a service.
Oh, definitely. And if I remember correctly, weren't we sitting on this podcast a couple of years ago? And I said the first thing that people was going to do is get outside after COVID. Video game sales would drop.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it's common sense. Not everybody plays video games, and you had a bunch of people held up in their house. They had to find something to do. I mean, you can't just sit around watching the news.
They assumed COVID was going to last forever, as far as everybody so sick and it was so deadly, like it was in the very, very like beginning when nobody knew what the hell it was. They just it was almost like they assumed it was going to be forever. Like we were going to start being like 28 days, and 28 days later, it's just wasn't feasible. Every major company has had that big time hire during COVID, and now they're laying off all these people afterwards now.
Now, see, if that was the case, dude, I wouldn't be worried about video games. I'd be putting treadmills all the way around my house. Think about it for just half a second. You'll get what I'm meaning. If the zombies are coming, you put treadmills around your house.
Oh, yeah.
You ain't got to worry about shit. I'll be breaking into my local Walmart and sports stores.
Just make sure you got them solar panels still going.
Damn right.
Good brick wall
When that
should do
electric
too, right?
grill
I don't
goes
know,
down.
dude. Depends on what kind of zombies you get.
That's true. If they're the what do you call it? If they're the what's that fucking movie with Brad Pitt in it? What the hell was that?
Oh, World War
yeah,
Z.
Yeah, for
World
those
War
kind of
Z.
zombies, yeah, the brick wall might not. Might not
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
dead.
It's not going to work on those acrobatic zombies.
No, you're dead.
It's
If
not
it's
gonna help
those
I Am
walking- if
Legend.
it's those Walking Dead zombies, you should be okay. They're pretty stupid.
Oh, yeah, they'd be good. All you need is, a good lawnmower for those. Just plow them over. But, yeah. So, treadmills would work. But, yeah, I mean, everybody knew it was going to end up happening. Well, not everybody. Some people were in denial. When, COVID started going away, people started going back outside as soon as, all the restrictions were lifted. Then we had some states here that really didn't do the restrictions. So, I mean, we still had a beach full of tourists. That made sense, right?
Well,
But, yeah, I mean, that made no sense to any of us that lived here. But, we knew it was going to come. It had to happen at some point. So, and I think they stretched it out just as far as they could stretch it.
Well, I mean, in Epic's case, it doesn't help that they're not on Apple anymore. So that's kind of a revenue stream that they probably had going on pretty good. But Tim Sweeney has to, fight the good fight, I guess.
Oh, they pulled Fortnite off Apple?
It's been off for a while, as far as I know.
Well, I
It
don't
hasn't
play
gone back
Fortnite.
on, right?
I don't even know that.
It's
I
like a
just
year and
know
a half
same
now that it
thing.
hasn't been on iOS, I think.
I don't know. I don't have an Apple either.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I've never looked it up on Apple Store.
Yeah, some of us are smarter than that. We have Samsungs. What the fuck is somebody doing in the background? I've got to know.
I was gonna say, is somebody podcasting from like a FedEx store or like an Office
No
Max or something?
shit.
Who's 3D printing the Elvis Vibrator 5.0? Who's doing it?
Thank you,
Come on,
Ben.
who's doing it? Own up to it.
Okay,
Come on.
mark that
Not
on your
me.
calendar. That's 2 times Peniac's been funny.
I mean, it was going to happen one of these days that I was going to be.
Yeah,
funny.
it's happened twice in a year, dude. That's impressive by a long
why
shot.
Fortnite is not on the Apple Store. It will not show up at all if you type the words in.
Yep.
Oh wow. So even Fortnite's getting downsized, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. And they were like big time. I mean, the biggest. Yeah, that's wow.
Well, they were one of the actual people who were having games as a service, and they were actually pumping out content constantly. The only 3 games I could think of that does it as much would be, well, they do it more than Call of Duty, but Call of Duty's close, and maybe Apex Legends. Warzone wasn't even doing as much as Fortnite was. So yeah, it's for them to say they're backing off on it is surprising. That lets you know one of the most popular games out there, period.
Well, could it be that, or they're just pricing their stuff so ridiculous now? People are walking away from some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when most of the kids are using their parents' money to buy this stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, and then the entire Apple ecosystem is just not involved anymore. So that's a massive chunk of money just gone.
Yeah, that's a lot of iPads that does not have Fortnite on it. You know those little kids love them dang pads.
Yep.
Oh, Cyber, we already talked about Jim retiring, sir. You missed it. Doof cried. He really did. He was real. Doof was really. We were all really upset. We really were. I mean, you could hear it in his voice. Even Bomber shed a tear or 2 or 3.
It was so somber you could hear a pin drop. Yep. Mhm.
Yep, you sure could.
A mouse fart.
Okay, that wasn't a pin, but you get the
I'm
idea.
so upset that I had to accidentally wipe my face with a shitty toilet paper.
There you go.
What? Okay.
But yeah, it is kind of a weird coincidence, though, that right after the CMA announced they're good with Microsoft moving forward, then Jim Ryan says he's stepping down or retiring, whichever one it is. Nobody cares. But he's leaving. That's all that matters, right? But
March 2024 is the
Really
passing
weird.
of the torch.
Yeah, but it was kind of weird. The timing was just strange. You got to admit that.
Especially when he was already talking about how, in the leaked emails and all the stuff that came out in the case with the FTC and the CMA, how he really didn't care about it. That's not going to harm us in the years coming. You make all these plans for game as a service. You got all these big plans that you still got to follow through with. And then all of a sudden, now you're stepping down. It's like nobody who knew they're about to step down in the next month would make all these plans.
Unless you knew they weren't going to go. You knew they wouldn't work.
And let's be
Or
honest,
somebody
we
forced you to
know
step down.
We know
No
next to
confidence.
nothing about what is actually going on there. So
Well, that's true, but we're on a podcast, dude. We can guess.
Oh, so we have to make
We're-
up shit and act like
No.
we know stuff. All right.
Trust
Damn
me,
right.
bro.
That's what a lot of podcasts do.
This
I'm on
man
a
actually
podcast,
retired on
trust me.
Christmas, but they waited. They waited until I got to 80 hours on Baldur's Gate 3 And then he saw that and he's like, it's time. I'm retiring now because Paniac is over 80 hours on this game.
And I'm
Hey,
sure
Ken.
he's just like everybody else on social media. He does not care about you.
Yeah, my sources tell me, Penn. I'm telling you, I know. Trust me, bro. There's something going on.
And you know
with
who
Sony.
told us? You know who told us? Bomber.
Yep.
What?
Bomber told us. We knew it months ago, didn't we, Bomber?
He's all
He's
muted.
been
He's
handling
hammering some Chick-fil-A action there, so his chewing noises aren't coming through on him.
Sunday. Play on a Sunday. How dare you? We do not open and serve chicken on the Lord's
Yeah, I'm
Day.
gonna say, dude, he's not eating Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. They're not open.
Well, what's
You're from
happening
Canada.
is, Ginkgo's over here is going crazy. So
Oh, you're the one 3D printing the Elvis vibrator. Okay,
Gotcha.
we're good.
Speaking of the Elvis vibrator, though, I have 3 ships in Starfield. Elvis vibrator 4.0, 5.0, and 6.0. And the 6.0, it was badass, but it doesn't really matter now, does it?
I hate that for you, man. That's horrible. That's
I'm gonna
horrible.
wait. I'm gonna wait and see if they patch it. Maybe they'll get lucky. They'll patch it and fix it. But they never did patch and fix Diablo 4, some of the missions in there that wasn't complete. So
We're not talking
Deal.
about that though.
no, because I've been off Diablo 4 for about 2 months. But the new season starts this week.
Oh, goody! Can
So
we get some more cosmetics?
I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
it
they'll
does.
offer
It doesn't start
cosmetics.
until the 17th.
Oh, the 17th? I thought it was the 3rd.
Mm.
I thought it was October 3rd. Well, never mind. It's in over 2 weeks now. But yeah, dude, it's kind of a weird thing. I mean, the timing seemed a little off for Jim to step down or retire, whatever he did. But it does seem a little strange.
You saw the fact it's the same canned excuse that they used in 2019 when the CEO of Sony directly also stepped down and retired. Same excuse, spending time with. It was like almost like when you read them together, it seems like it came off the same. The same. This came out of the same excuse book.
Well, he's been married 6 times successfully, and he's got 18 children, so he wants to spend some time with some of them, right?
Right. Well, now here, at least just put this out there. So Jim Ryan may have sucked at his job, according to some people, but let's be honest. He actually did make a lot of money for PlayStation. He decided to really start branching out and kind of following some of the newer trends of putting the games available like on PC. He did try doing some other different stuff, a lot of things that people didn't agree with, but he still at least wanted to see the brand succeed. But this kind of goes to the phrase, you'd rather want the devil you know than the devil you don't know. So the guy that he's giving the company to in April is only a temporary passing of the torch. They're still going to find somebody on a more permanent role for PlayStation. And that's where it comes down to, what are we going to get? Are we going to get another Jim Ryan that's going to continue down the road of what Jim was already doing? Or one idea that was thrown at me that I've kind of thought about a little bit is, you got to remember, so Jim Ryan did kind of piss off a lot of people in the Asian market. The PlayStation 5 is extremely popular over here in the western part of the world, but in the eastern part of the world, it's actually kind of lost a little bit of its luster. Like the PlayStation 5 was the first iteration of the PlayStation console that there was not a version specific to the Asian market. Since then, there's always been a Japanese version of the PlayStation 2, the 3, the 4, had different configurations on the buttons, and it was meant for that culture over there. And the PlayStation 5 was like, nope, you get the same one as these guys over here. Are we going to see the new CEO of PlayStation start trying to bring back some of what they lost from Japan? But if in doing that, you got to remember that means that they might decide to not focus on the Western culture as much, but now that's where what is pretty big right now for PlayStation, Western culture style games with Marvel. Could we potentially see them not becoming hyperbolically focused on making games that fit the niche for a Western market, and they really want to recapture some of the fanfare in Japan, because we've already seen, like, from the Tokyo Game Show and other things that Xbox has put out, they're actually making a lot of headway over in that part of the world. So does this mean, like, all of a sudden they just feel like, oh shit, we may have kind of stepped in it here, and we got to recapture that before Xbox gets a serious presence over here?
Possible.
It's
Xbox
possible.
will never have a serious presence in Japan.
No.
I don't
as
know.
far as,
Ever.
like serious, no.
Ever.
I mean, if you count 100
No.
consoles as serious, then sure.
You
Hey,
say
dude.
that you say that now.
It's
but
not
I do- I say it
because
now,
I like
I say it forever.
PlayStation better.
It's
It's
not
not because of
doing
that. It's because Japanese culture is very faithful to homegrown brands.
Very true. Hey,
That's
Noof,
why,
check your
that's
DMs.
why
dude.
Nintendo could pretty much exist in Japan only and be fine. That's how
So
big Nintendo
got an
is
amazing
over there.
crystal ball then.
You don't
And
think
he's
you-
not-
You,
he's not-
honestly
he's
think
not really
Xbox
far off.
will overtake PlayStation in Japan eventually at some point?
It would be a
Never.
slow, grueling battle, and I'm not saying overtake them, but establish a larger presence than they have. I never
Well, that's
said
not
that they would
easy.
overtake
They've already
PlayStation,
done that.
but
They could
I'm
sell
not
12
understanding. They're
consoles
already-
next week and they'll have a bigger presence.
They've already.
But you're already
they've
seeing
had 30 or
developers-
40% strength over there now.
You're already seeing
So
developers flock over to the Xbox brand. They're no longer this reserved thing of thinking that we only develop for PlayStation. There is a large number of developers that actually do see the growth potential in the Xbox ecosystem, along with Hideo Kojima. And Hideo Kojima contains a lot of fanfare. I'm just saying, I don't
just
put
cares about
anything
money.
past of how. And you know what the funny part is? Money is what makes the world turn. And that's the other funny part too, is there is a lot of economic instability across the world. They are just as broke as everybody else over there in Asia. And Xbox is going to give them a subscription service that is going to offer them a large amount of gaming for a very affordable price, especially with them doing that entry level stuff like they did over here. I'm not going to say they're going to overtake PlayStation, but I'm definitely going to say we're going to see a more competitive Xbox when it comes to the dollars that come from that region.
Isn't
They will have a bigger
isn't
presence
the Apple
because-
iPhone and the Apple products doing pretty well overseas though?
No.
no.
Not really, no.
I mean,
No.
Apple does
No,
well,
Android.
but it's pretty much just the U.S. The U.S. carries Apple.
So it's not just an
Yes.
Xbox thing. It's pretty much any
No, it's any
American-based
Arab-
company that
American
just does
company.
not do well over
The
there.
big Asian countries like Korea and stuff,
Mhm.
they don't give a rat's fucking ass about anything that comes out of the States. They have Samsung, they have LG. They don't need any of that shit. Just like Japan doesn't give a rat's ass about American stuff. They have Toyota and Honda and Sony and Nintendo, and they don't care. And you can sit here and say, ooh, numbers this, Game Pass that. They don't care.
Really?
Mm.
So you're
Well-
telling me when they built that big ass Transformer statue over there, they didn't care?
What?
I'm just
It
saying
depends.
there's a lot of fanfare for Western style entertainment over there.
They like
'Cause
Disney
that's a
stuff.
cartoon, though.
I'm
That's
just
just like-
but Piniac said they don't embrace anything from the Western part of the world, which is an
That was
absolute and truth.
hyperbole. That's hyperbole. That's what he's
I'm just
speaking
saying I can prove that they actually do embrace some stuff. It just takes the right thing, and you never
Okay,
can
Fast and the
predict lightning in a
Furious.
bottle.
Asian markets love Fast and the Furious,
The
so I
Fast
guess
and
you
the
could say
Furious.
that's an American company.
Hey, look,
Fast and
how
the Furious-
about this? David Hasselhoff. That dude was
He-
like literally a B-rated actor out here, but over in Germany,
Well, he
oh
was
my
big in
freaking
Germany. Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
because it's Hasselhoff, dude.
Look at his last name. It's not John Smith.
Yeah, Fast
Well,
and
I
the
mean, look
Furious
at it
will
this
be the
way.
highest grossing game. Movie just in the
we'll just say it.
Asian markets without even selling in America.
Xbox knew what they were doing when they were just bringing out cloud services in Asian markets. That's all they cared about because they knew they weren't going to sell console. They're not going to sell the piece of hardware because they don't care about the hardware. They don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
They're used to Sony's hardware. Yeah. Now, when you actually get games they care for, then okay, then that may change, but that's going to take a lot of years, and I don't think we'll ever see where they take a big chunk out of Sony's
So the big
I guess,
reason why they're
customer
wanting
base.
to go on streaming and cloud services is because over there's a much more bigger focus on mobile gaming, and that's where
Yeah,
streaming and stuff
entirely.
can deliver that. And I'm sorry, but from PlayStation's missteps with the PlayStation Portal, they completely missed the mark when it came to the portable consumer base. And that's where I believe Xbox knows they are not going to go over there and overtake them with console sales, but they could create a much larger presence by basically giving them a gaming option that's more portable than PlayStation.
Although I did see today an article somewhere that said the PlayStation Portal pre-sales are already sold out in Japan.
Japanese like their handheld devices, man.
And that amazes me because it's not really.
It's not even a
to me,
handheld,
it's not
really.
really a
Like, it's not
handheld.
a
I mean,
special one.
it's technically a handheld. It's just not a very
Well,
affordable-
and in
Well,
that part of the world, in
think
that part
about
of the
it,
world
it's still
too,
a
like,
handheld.
we're still
Not very
super involved with physical like internet here. Like data over in like Asia is like
Yeah,
nothing.
their
It's peanuts,
infrastructure is
right? And their
ridiculous.
infrastructure is amazing because they don't have all this shit,
No,
they-
you're right there, dude.
and they don't have all these companies that control, the data lines that are underground and stuff. They just have, towers everywhere, and mobile data is amazing over there. So I don't know, maybe the portal will work good over there than it would here. Because I'll be honest, remote play is not a game changer. Let's be real, it's not.
No.
Even in my home network, I could sit here beside my fucking router and be like, "Fuck," and it's not good. But
It was terrible with the Xbox.
no, I mean, and I think Xbox was super smart getting that marketing deal with Samsung, because Samsung's massive over in Asia, right? Massive here too.
Really,
It's
yeah.
probably the number
Oh, yeah.
2 selling device.
Yeah, because
Mobile
I'm
device?
one of those rare people. I don't like LG. So every TV in my home is a Samsung.
Yeah.
All of them.
LG.
I'm
really
not an
I
has-
have
LG.
Samsung and LG. I have one LG and all the rest Samsung.
Yeah, I'm not an LG person. I've never had anything good with them. And I've never had issues out of Samsung. So, except
they
for
have
their
an
washing machines,
ecosystem.
that's a whole different story.
I like my OLED.
Samsung's
It's pretty good.
ecosystem is amazing.
Well, they're
Everything
just
moves over
like,
so
I mean,
easy.
I hate to say it, they're like Apple. The
Exactly.
ecosystem is huge. They have a lot of devices, a lot of options to sync together, and everything works perfectly. That's
Oh
why
yeah, they
they're the number one and number two,
TVs, sound bars,
mobile device.
pads, all that stuff.
yeah, like I said, dude, my refrigerator connects to my cell phone and to my televisions, which is a blessing and a curse because it's cool because I do have a 3-year-old grandson. If he leaves the refrigerator door open, it beeps on every device through my fucking house to let us know the refrigerator's open.
That
You know.
sounds amazing, but so fucking annoying at the same time.
Well, it can be, but I mean, it'll send off a notice on my phone and on our television screens if they're turned on. So, I mean, I like Samsung. All my appliances are Samsung. So, but yeah, I think that was a pretty smart move by Xbox.
All your appliances are Samsung. What kind of American are you? Get a General Electric or something.
General Electric blows, dude. They do. I'm sorry. I had General
They're
Electric.
Fine. They're fine, but
I had General
Yeah, I've
Electric.
never had a Samsung appliance, but I hear they're good.
All mine are.
But the TVs are spectacular. The sound bars are great. Like I said, ecosystem's great. Once you buy one Samsung TV, you buy the next one, and all you have to do is put a couple of clicks in there, and it automatically sets up the next TV just
Yep.
like the previous one you just had.
Put in your email and your
You don't have to do
password, and you're good to
anything.
go.
copies all the same settings and stuff too.
Yes,
Yes.
No way.
all
Man,
of that.
that's a pain in the ass configuring a new TV.
All you have to do is put in your email and your password, and it's the same exact TV, same settings.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Takes a couple of minutes, you're good to go. Just like the phone. Same thing with your cell phone. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man, if Xbox will ever be that popular over there. I don't really care. Because by the time they get that popular, I'll be in the ground. It doesn't matter
Yeah,
to me
we're
anyway.
probably not going to be around.
Yeah. I'll be in the ground long before then, and I don't own stock in them anyway, so care less. But anybody got anything else to say about Jimbo stepping down?
Well, I just wanted to add, if you don't mind me saying, just that
We don't mind you saying anything. That's why you're here.
I don't think anyone is really losing sleep over it. I mean, most of us have been around the video game scene for a long time. We've seen numerous, the heads of office change, and sometimes it's due, and sometimes you kind of feel really sorry for, various people that do step aside. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think, like Reggie Fils-Aimé, for example, Nintendo. I mean, he was in the driver's seat. I mean, he was on cruise control. When he stepped down, I'm sure a lot of people just kind of like, what's going on here, right? Like, you got things locked up in the bag, but he did it for various reasons, and they all do. And I certainly get it. There is a lot of travel expectations and things like that. But from a perspective, of all the previous CEO people or people in charge of PlayStation, Jim is probably one of the most detestable people, in my personal opinion. I mean, obviously he had it easy compared to other guys because he basically came in riding the coattails of a very successful PS4 generation. Unlike the people that were in charge when the PlayStation 3 was going, they had a few stumbles of their own, right? So he was kind of on cruise control. I'd say the biggest challenge Jim had to overtake was the transition of bringing out this console during COVID. But I mean, that was no different for Xbox and stuff like that. I mean, the Switch had already been launched before COVID. So it's not like they had to really set things up and build an audience or things like that. But with PlayStation, that was, that's where he had some of those challenges. They had, obviously marketing challenges and getting consoles out and stuff like that. So it wasn't without its headaches. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that he said, and just the way he represented the company seemed very, very low. And and I guess it's made more apparent because Phil Spencer, not to come here and be a Phil Spencer ass kisser or nothing like that, but you can't help but admire Phil because Phil seems like one of the gang. Like, he seems like an average everyday gamer, and you know what, it's truthful because every time you go on Xbox, a lot of the times you see Phil playing a game, not only doing his work and traveling the globe and trying to keep the brand alive and establish connections, but he's still playing games, and he practices what he preaches, so to speak. And you have to admire that. And he's in touch with gamers, and he reaches out and he talks to people, and people who play games with him and stuff like that. But he still does the business side. But Jim Ryan, to me, felt like he was all business. And and his quote, that it was obviously exposed by Meserve there from Activision or whatever, about like, I don't give a shit about the deal. I just don't want Xbox to get this deal done, right? I don't care about Call of Duty. In hindsight, yes, they do care about Call of Duty because it's their marketing juggernaut. And I'm sure, yeah, he's been in the business a long time, but I'm sure the upper heads at PlayStation were probably like, we have to switch gears a little bit here, and we want to start making some of that Microsoft money. We've got the established console, and we've got a pretty vocal and loyal fan base, but they're missing out on some of the bus that Xbox has been able to take in, and I think they're trying to transition, and I don't know if he's kind of the guy to take them where those transitions need to go, whether it is the games as a service or into more of the cloud-based territory. I think the console side of PlayStation's business model is going to be alive and well for the foreseeable future. I mean, it is what it is. People want PlayStation, whether they've got 20 great games coming a year, or they've got 2 great games coming in a year. PlayStation seems to be able to sell. So, like I said, it's sad in one way, but I think personally, I would like to see someone a little bit more, let's say a little more brash than somebody like Sean Layden, for example, who was in the role prior to, but someone not as stuck up old fart, like dried up as Jim Ryan kind of thing. Like, you want to see someone who's a little closer to a Phil Spencer, but someone maybe that's got a little bit of aggressiveness. Like, I wish you could combine Phil Spencer with the sort of the attitude of Steve Ballmer in a way. You know what I mean? Like, you get someone like that who can kind of play both sides of the fence, and hopefully, like I said, and whoever takes the reins moving forward, it's got a little bit easier because, like I said, they're kind of in the driver's seat. But I would like to see a different side of PlayStation. And as I was speaking with someone today via Twitter, and I was saying this on my podcast, like the PlayStation VR 2, for example. Now, whether anybody on this panel loves it or hates it, you have to admit that they've really dropped the ball with that unit, because they came out and there was a little bit of hype and stuff like that in the first couple of months, but where has it been since? Like, it feels like what are you guys doing? Like, you keep making these products, and the ones you support are some of the stupidest ones, hence the PlayStation Portal, which really makes almost absolutely no sense. But there's your PSVR 2 lingering by the wayside. You're trying to hype this thing up as like one of the big reasons for people to go out and buy a PlayStation 5. And now the consoles are in stores and people can get one. But the PlayStation 5 is like, where is your marketing? Where are your big games? So I don't know what the hell is going on, but there's definitely feels like there has been a need for a change of the guard over at PlayStation, and they need some of that. Might have to play nice with Xbox in the long haul too, right? Someone that they can respect, but somebody that can get the job done there, because obviously Jim Ryan's kind of burned a few bridges. I have a funny feeling over this, especially a lot of it was exposed during this trial. So
Oh, 100%, dude.
Yeah. So I think he's burned a few bridges, left a bad taste in the mouth. And I think, based on his age and his performance at the company, it probably was kind of like, Jim, now is not a bad time to bow out while, the road is still going. The potholes aren't huge yet, but let's get you off the face of the PlayStation and bring someone fresh into the mold.
Kind of like what we were discussing before we went live, term limits.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of, because I think I hit on what you were just, I think he's out of touch.
Yeah,
Yes,
he definitely
yes.
does.
Big time.
Yeah, he seems like he's more in touch with the Wall Street side of the business,
Yep.
but not really in touch with his gaming side of the business.
I don't
Because
think he
never
has the
played.
gaming side of the business, dude.
Yeah.
The last game he probably played was like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. Qbert.
Yeah, Cubert. Maybe even Space
My-
Invaders.
My thing is this. I think this is going to be a forever game of speculation, because I don't think we really even got a real de facto reason why Sean Layden was gone. I mean, you didn't hear anything after from him after he left. So I don't think you're ever going to get something about Jim Ryan unless somebody goes on a leak party afterwards. You never know.
Unless the FTC's involved, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. Somebody
But no.
sent out the wrong documents. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Noof 100%. But I just think Jim was too far out of touch with the gaming. He looked too much at the financial end.
Oh,
And let's face
he
it,
did really
you-
good. I mean, he
You've
brought
got
them
to-
money. That's what they needed.
You've got to be able to reach out to your fan base to an extent. But I just think he didn't understand it. But he just looks at numbers. And that is the end of this conversation. So,
Oh man.
R.I.P. Jim. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Did you
Doesn't
say?
seem
I
like
mean-
the kind of guy to be overly accountable either, where it's like Phil stepped up on numerous occasions and kind of taken the fall and the blame for some of the shit that we know that he didn't really have the much to deal with. But he's the kind of guy to be like, you know what, it falls on me. Like he did take a lot of the responsibility even for Redfall. He came out and said,
Oh, yeah.
part of this is on me and my teams and my management. And he said that. And but I don't really feel like Jim Ryan's the kind of guy that deflects anything. He's just like, yeah, somebody else can fucking take the blame for this, you pieces
Well,
of shit.
You're never going to see anybody. from
here's my
PlayStation.
assistant.
They're not a very. They're not a public figure type company. They don't sit there and like be buddy and be very personable. They never have. Like even Sean Layden, as I guess some people would say cool as he is, and he may be a cool guy, but when he was a PlayStation, I mean, he wasn't like saying anything like, he wasn't. Yeah, he was the face, but he wasn't the face. Kind of like Jim
Right.
Ryan. Like he's the face, but not the face. But we all know Phil Spencer's the face, and that's what they pushed him into. That's what he wanted to begin with, anyway. And we see that with Sarah Bond. She's going to be the next. So it's kind of like they're just kind of grooming her for that part, because I think Phil will be gone in about 3 years.
You think he's going to step down?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Because
I think
retired.
before the next
I think it's going to get
console.
to the point where Xbox is having some more issues with management, with all the 5,000 companies they own. And then he'll step out, say that he needs to, just like everybody else does, is like, I need to focus on my health and family.
Well, I mean, he is growing some man boobs now.
Well, I mean, he's.
I mean, maybe he needs to take a
he's
break.
getting
You
them
know,
big
and get in
checks,
the
man.
gym.
I mean, he's chilling with Aaron a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Those
no,
Mantinis put them on you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna say bad anything about these guys, but I'm just saying, like, it's just like Xbox definitely runs different, and I think they just had to try to get a better public image of what they are versus Sony. They don't have to, never have. shit, they used to, they tried selling a $600 console at one point, and everybody was pissed off at them. But when they told you to get a second job, but that still didn't matter.
Mhm.
Kenny K, baby.
Yeah,
Kenny
it
K.
still didn't matter, where Xbox had to literally come out with as much consumer friendly stuff as possible, and possibly be
And a
some
year
of the
earlier,
downfall.
which
Yeah.
definitely helped.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot of little nuances with Xbox and PlayStation for sure, as far as what they what they'll end up doing. But whatever, it is what it is. They're I'm here to soak up whatever entertainment is available to me, and if it eventually goes away, then it goes away. Then I have to go somewhere else.
I mean, I feel if you step back really high and look at what PlayStation's done over the last 5 years, I really don't think a rational person can say Jim Ryan did a bad job.
No, you can't look. I mean,
really
just,
don't.
well, just kind of like what Willie said. He's a numbers guy. Yeah, you look at the
cannot
numbers,
like him,
and he
but,
didn't do a bad job.
I mean, he wasn't a likable dude.
Mhm.
Does he, go, have dinner with that?
He
PO
wasn't hired to
guy
be.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But no, he was hired to run a business, and I
Yep.
think he did a real good job at running a business.
Yeah, because they
And
they've
do
made
I want
more
to have
money
dinner
while
with
he
him?
was
No.
there.
Like,
so
why the fuck
you
would I
can
want to have
listen.
dinner with him? Jesus.
Oh.
Barely ever wanted dinner with my family sometimes.
Preach.
But yeah, I mean, changing the guard, cool. He was CEO a little bit longer than Layden was, so yeah, whatever.
And maybe
Bye,
they're
Jim.
just getting away from
Have
the
fun.
white boy. I don't know, but
Mhm.
maybe that's the case. I know that may get a few hates, but I don't really care. Like, I mean, look, they haven't been what I guess haven't had the head at PlayStation USA in how long? They've always had somebody else do it, so I don't know. I just feel like that's could be some of it. It could be beneficial. I mean, doubtful, but I don't know. Guess we'll see.
Can y'all do me a favor real quick?
But stop
Maybe.
talking.
Can you call and wake up Green Day?
Oh damn!
Oh yeah.
Ding, ding, ding,
September
ding,
ends.
ding,
There you go.
ding, ding, ding.
I'm sorry, I just had to throw a wrench in that. It was getting kind of thick in there. So
Yeah, we're done
And
with
it's
you.
not talking about 9/11. It's talking about his
Hold on.
father and dealing with the passing and hard times. Let him get out the month.
All right, let's go. What do you got next? Next topic. Romy. Come on.
I was trying to figure out what Scrub Nerds is talking about, and I was like, oh yeah, wait a minute.
No, that's what the song's based off. Yeah,
I know,
that's
I know.
the song based off. Yeah.
Big Green Day fan. Okay. Next topic. The FTC. And I wouldn't even talk about this. It wasn't so funny. This poor lady, Khan, has had her budget cut by the U.S. government. Was pretty much officially, I mean, they just got slaughtered in court. And now this woman's talking about coming back against the merger with Microsoft and Activision.
Mm-hmm.
She's a
I
zombie.
don't know when. At what point do you realize you just lay down? You know what I mean? It's just.
Let it die. God damn.
I mean, it's just like it's been approved. The CMA finally got on board, and now Lena Khan is trying to make a comeback. And of all things, they just sued Amazon for the dumbest excuse. And I'm sorry. I mean, I get the whole Amazon thing. Everybody knows if you've ever paid attention to anything globally, Amazon will buy smaller companies to get rid of their competition. That's how they roll. But that's not even what they're pissed off about. They're pissed off about the shipping. And how is it worded that it makes you feel like, basically talking about their membership, which is why we all have a Prime membership, is for free
Right.
shipping.
Or
That's kind of the purpose. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's aware Walmart does that. Sam's does that. Costco does that.
Mhm.
All these places offer some type of membership nowadays. All of them. Matter of fact,
That's fine.
Sam's, if you have a certain Sam's card, you get to
in
go
early.
shopping an hour. Yeah, exactly. An hour earlier than everybody else.
I got that card.
damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
To
awesome.
make
Dude,
you feel
you go to
special.
Best Buy now. If you don't have the membership, you don't get to participate in any of the sales for majority of
What?
shit. Yeah, you
I
walk
didn't-
in there, all their price tags will have a sale price on it, or I mean,
For
like the price, and right
VIP
above it, it'll
members
say,
only? Subs?
yeah,
Oh
VIP
my
members
God.
receive it for this price. Like here,
Oh, no.
you
See, I
as
wasn't
the-
even aware of that.
I don't think
Oh,
we
yeah,
have
it
it
was-
here. Holy Snoof, we don't have that here, do we?
Which one?
You have a Best Buy membership and you get sales, and normal ass people don't.
We
think so.
used to, but not anymore. They canceled the shit
God.
up here.
yeah,
Because
no,
they
we
used
were
to have
just
like a card and walk in, and you get like the points and everything, and you could redeem stuff or whatever.
yeah.
but
The
they
only
canceled
way
it.
to get points, now is you have to have the Best Buy credit card. You don't get points for anything now.
All right.
And you got to buy the membership, which is like their total plus or whatever the hell they call it. It's like fucking $200 a year. And basically, you get at like they were using it to sell Xbox Series X's and PlayStation 5s. Like you had the ability to pre-order a console where if you didn't have the membership, you had to fight all the scalpers online to get one. And then me and my wife were just last week in a Best Buy, and they wanted $15 for this movie. Or you can get it for $6.99 if you sign up for the Best Buy freaking membership for the yearly price.
Wow. I was not aware of that. But
Well, we
have a
all know Best
credit
Buy
card.
freaking sucks now. So
They do, dude. I remember when they used to be the greatest, but now I'm like, dude, well, looks like I'm gonna be buying most of my movies online now. Sucks
Bring
for
it
them.
back. Bring
I
back
like
Circuit City.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Future Shop. Oh, hold up, y'all. Taylor Swift's at the football game tonight.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that earlier, but
I was gonna say, everybody remove your hats, show some respect.
she's the best.
yeah, everybody's
For
gonna
who?
stop watching to see Taylor
She's
Swift
the best.
football game,
She's the
number
best
one.
at what?
Everything.
being on TV.
Writing songs about ex-boyfriends.
Thank
There you
you,
go.
Slint.
And she does it the best of anybody.
She's the best at being on TV. Yeah.
Mhm.
She's the
Evidently,
best
she
at-
goes through a lot of them
Oh.
because she's got a lot of songs, right?
A lot of songs, a lot of albums.
Isn't she
Yeah,
dating
a
like
lot
a
of
member
money.
of the Kansas City Chiefs now?
Yeah,
Well, we
Travis
call them
Kelce.
players, but yeah, you're mostly right.
I mean, one of the best tight ends to ever play the game. Yeah.
So wait a
Yeah.
minute. When him and her break up, is she going to write a song called "I Used to Have a Tight End"?
I mean, could be,
Yeah.
or I mean, she's never had a tight end, but
All
I mean,
right. I
Never
lost
had an
a
end
tight
period.
end, but I
she
still
lost
have
a
one.
tight end,
I don't
but
know.
I have
Still
something-
have one.
a loose end. I don't know. That's my loose end. instead of
I
a tight
think
end.
I think my entire panel just turned into white girls.
I was about to say, where did this whole conversation go, man? I think oh my God.
Taylor Swift is the shit. That's what happens. That's what happens when you start
I'll
talking
take
about
your
Taylor
word for
Swift.
it, dude. I'll
Hey,
take your
I'm-
word
I'm
for
with-
it.
Start
I'm with
talking about
Willie on this one.
Taylor Swift, and your viewership goes up. I'm just telling you.
I'll take your
The
word
Swifties
on it.
come out.
The YouTube algorithm is like, oh, they're saying Taylor Swift multiple
Yep.
times. So we got to
100%.
recommend this.
Never-
Swifties.
I can
Put
honestly
Taylor Swift
say
in your name in the
I have
title.
never ever listened to a Taylor Swift song in my life.
I've
Not
heard
on
a
purpose.
lot
Shake
of
it
her
off,
songs,
Wilmy.
so.
Not on purpose. I know you've heard one. You've had to have heard.
No,
one.
I have not.
It's not
Liar.
possible.
That's a liar.
Not possible.
No, I've not.
Shake it off. Everybody heard shake it off.
You've watched a Mario movie, right? Yeah, you've heard. Taylor
I
Swift.
did watch the Mario movie, but
There, you've heard of
Shake
Taylor
It Off,
Swift
that's a
song.
great
You've heard
song.
of
Yeah,
it.
I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if she's on there or not, but I'm just trying to fuck.
I don't know. Good times. All right, next topic. Sorry.
Jesus
That was
Christ.
breaking news.
I guess.
Breaking news: Taylor Swift is taking over PlayStation.
Oh my
Jesus.
Oh God.
You know, there's somebody just tuning into the show right now and they hear the words Taylor Swift. They're like, click off.
Or they're like
Or
sharing
like,
everything.
oh my
I
God,
would.
this
You never
podcast
know.
is talking about Taylor Swift. Come on in, everybody.
Yeah.
Now 12 watching goes to 498.
Dude, I don't know.
I would
dude,
rather-
that's-
Just
I'll
put
take
hashtag
Lindsay-
Taylor Swift, and it'll boost up next week. Watch.
I'll take Lindsay Hale over her any day.
Oh, who was that?
Well, yeah, I would too.
What the
Yeah.
hell's
no,
Lindsay
she is.
Hale?
Yeah, I was gonna say who was that?
God, I can't think of the name of her band now, Screw.
What's the name of the band? Hellstorm.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Definitely don't
Still
know.
not hitting a memory cell for me.
Look it up.
Lindsay, what's her last
How
name?
do I know that before y'all?
Shaw? No.
Right?
Who is her name? What's her name?
Lindsay Hale.
Hale.
Mhm. And it's spelled Hailstorm, Hale.
Yeah.
Storm.
Let's see. Lindsay Hale.
Mm-hmm.
You've
Or
heard one of
Lizzie
the songs.
Hale? Is it Elizabeth Hale?
I Get Off is like their biggest song.
As a matter of fact, anybody remember Lita Ford?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That was their
Uh-huh.
first single, I think, is I Get Off by Hailstorm. That was the biggest hit.
So it's Lizzie, not Lindsay. Like her official
Sorry,
name's
Lizzie.
I was
She
just
can
making
sing.
sure it's the right person. Hell, I don't know.
She can sing, dude.
Oh yeah, she did
Anyone,
the extra
any-
song with Daughtry that I thought was gone
Oh,
from music.
Daughtry, nice. Anyone getting Assassin's Creed this week?
Absolutely.
There
I'm
you go.
actually.
No.
I think I'm gonna.
Eventually, I'll
Bomber,
be on
you're, gonna,
Cyberpunk still.
you're balls deep in the Cyberpunk.
I don't care.
replay,
You know
and you're
me.
getting
I'll
Assassin's
jump. I'll
Creed?
jump between every game. I don't really care.
Wait for
I
the
gotta
Black
say,
Friday
I'm
sale
not-
to be even cheaper.
That's
I am assassined out at this point. I bought the last Assassin's Creed, never even started it. I downloaded it on my console. I got looking at it one day. There's so many other games. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I just deleted it. I never even played it once.
Yeah, I'll get it eventually, but I still have to do my playthrough of Cyberpunk and then do Phantom Liberty because that was like top of my list for this year, and then Assassin's Creed.
And
Well, I mean, Call of
Forza's
Duty, then
creeping
Assassin's
up. We're
Creed.
9 days out from Forza too.
Yes.
Yep.
9
Got
days.
Forza.
Yeah, 4 days. 4 days. For
And I'm not a racer, but I'm going to try it just for shits and giggles because it's
I'm
on
definitely
Game
going to
Pass.
try it.
I also
I'm-
wasn't a
I'm
racing
horrible
fan
at
either,
Sims.
but then I played Horizon 5 for 30 hours and played GT7 for 123. So, oh yeah, you know.
Am I the only crazy
Same
person here
page.
that's excited for Lamplighters League?
I don't even know what that is.
It's
Yeah.
coming to Game Pass.
You
I've
light
never heard
lamps,
crazy
I'm
one.
guessing?
Well, to me, it reminded me of the game The Outsiders? No, wait, not. The Strange
It's not-
Brigade. There's the fucking name. Strange Brigade.
Okay, Strange Brigade. Okay. Now I'm with you.
Well, this one is more like it's like almost like it's not exactly like Strange Brigade. It's like a cross between Strange Brigade and Mutant Year Zero or whatever the hell it is. Like it's like an over the top like strategy turn-based game.
Oh, well, you lost me there.
Yeah, you lost me with strategy turn based.
Yep. That's
It's
where we got
My
untrue.
brain,
it.
my brain froze for a
This is going to
second.
be one of those games that just gets lost in the fold because you know it's like no one here heard about it except for you. Son. I knew what you meant because I'm in a league where
Well-
we pick games for scores and I need to know what's coming out. So
Well, let's also think about, dude. This month was stacked, so there is room for something to get lost in the shuffle. I guess that's an advantage to having your game in a game in like a service like Game Pass, where it kind of boosts the potential of you people playing it. But yeah, you're going against Forza, but dude, like look at Alone in the Dark.
every
Alone in
month
the Dark
is
got
stacked
pushed
this
into like
year.
January.
Oh my god, every month is stacked this year. It's
They got pushed into February, didn't they?
Well, December.
Yeah, January, February. Yeah, I think you're right. February. It's just I was kind of wondering. I was like, how the fuck they gonna spread all these games out? I'm curious who's gonna freaking fold. Like, I mean, we're also supposed to get like a bunch of stuff in November, a bunch of stuff in December. It's
This
I'm
this
kinda
is
like,
definitely
where the
turning
hell-
into the most stacked year in gaming history as far as the games that's come out for sure.
So just I know none of you guys are probably in Fantasy Critic, but just
No.
to put October in perspective, there's an upcoming releases like kind of table, and the next 10 games that people have on their rosters are October games, and that's just like holy
Oh, yeah.
fuck.
That's
'cause
that.
everything's
Everybody
coming
got
out
to get their
in freaking
game in
October.
before the Game Awards.
Yeah,
gotta
that's
get
true.
Get in that thing.
Well, see, since me and Starfield aren't friends, I'm going to dive back into Cyberpunk now
Yeah.
oh yeah.
because I love that game and I played it when it first came out.
But that's the charm of a Bethesda game, right? When it
Yeah.
game breakingly crashes your save. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, it's
It's unfortunate. Like that's fucking.
dude.
sucks.
I've had other games do it too. So
Of course.
it's
Watch
not
Dogs
just
Legion.
Bethesda.
How many times did you play through Watch Dog Legions? before you just
Outriders.
said, "Fuck"?
Oh God,
You
I lost
you
the
have, like,
first.
3 like
I lost the
double-digit
first
playthrough
11
hours.
hours. Yeah, I lost the first 11 hours to a save glitch. Went back, played for another 4 hours. It got lost again, wouldn't load. And then finally, I went and made it through the whole thing after they fixed it.
Oh, you actually played through it eventually. Wow.
Oh, yeah, I finished the game. Yep.
What
I
game
actually
was
beat
this?
it.
That's persistent.
Watchdog Legions.
Uh,
There was a save glitch when the game first released, and it would lose your saves. And you couldn't manually save, it had to save automatically.
kind of like freaking Lord of the Rings Gollum. Freaking
I don't know. I didn't play
corrupted
Gollum.
everything.
Who actually played that game?
I
Sir,
did.
He
Why?
bought it. He bought it with money,
Yeah.
with currency.
Wow.
No, but you haven't told me why.
Mm,
Well, for me, it was more of the curiosity factor of like, how
Okay,
the
then.
hell
I
could you
figured it
develop
had
a
to be
story for
something.
Gollum? Like, how could you develop a story for Gollum? I was wondering how it was going to work. I'm a Lord of the Rings fan, and it was like, you know what? What the hell? Why not? I had a gift card laying around. What was, and it is what it is. And the things that pissed me off is I made it all the way to the middle of chapter 12, which is the final chapter, and the game crashed and corrupted every save file.
So nothing
Damn.
before you bought that game looked
So
like and told you that probably was going to happen.
See, I'm going to say it right now. I still stand by the fact that if you are a game developer, one of the first things that you should figure the F out is how to work a damn save file. So that's where I did.
It would
I
help,
tried
yeah.
to. I'm just saying, I did try to refund the game. Microsoft was like, yo, you put like 8 hours into this game. We can't do that. And I'm like, no problem. I just figured, what the hell? Why not?
You had a
Figured
gift
I'd
card,
try.
so I understand. But God, that game looked so horrible. I wouldn't even dare.
Oh,
touch
dude,
that
the
game.
film, the grain on that, like the most, like the blur and the film grain on that is so
Exactly,
bad.
Jago.
Oh my god, yeah, that game was like so bad graphically, but at the same time, there was some moments where you're just like, oh, okay, well, I remember that from the movies and that taking place, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah, still definitely one of those games, right? Like that to me, that was the most disappointing game that I've had in a long time, and I mean, we've all heard people lose their shit over certain games, and that's where I just say, hey, you want to lose your shit, go play Gollum.
And then everyone else is like, no.
Nah,
Oh,
I'm not
thanks.
into Lord of the Rings anyway, so I'm
You
good.
pay me, I'm probably not gonna play a game. We gotta be some good money.
Well, I figured it's got to be better than Call of Duty. Sorry.
No.
I had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it.
Oh,
I think I'd
that's
rather
what we
play
doing.
PUBG.
That's what we're doing.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god! I'd rather play PUBG.
Oh Lord.
I would play PUBG.
Actually, I'd play.
DayZ. You can play that.
I
Yeah.
played Crossfire X before.
Yes,
I played
Crossfire.
Call.
Yeah, Crossfire X before I
Damn.
play Golf.
Oh my
for sure.
God.
Lord have mercy.
Like I'm still
Dude.
trying to figure out how it got greenlit. Like who said yes, this is a great idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just think the
'Cause
money
they made
was
a very
paid,
good
and then
trailer.
It's just
That's
like,
what
okay,
happened.
No,
you guys,
Lord,
you guys
Lord
gotta
of the
get
Rings
this
is
out.
big, and they know what characters are big. You go with the least attractive character with no power, no strength, nothing other than climbing shit, and that's what you went
I'm
with.
talking to
Gollum, you would
himself.
just run up behind dudes and latch onto their back and like choke the life out of them. That was the only attack you had. Other than that, that game was literally just stealth.
The
That game had
concept is bad.
dude,
Look what
Dude,
Jago
Gollum
put.
has more
Phone
more
stars.
stealth in it than like the last 3 freaking Assassin's Creed games put together.
I'd
Yeah.
rather play
No.
Phone Stars.
Hey, Foam
funny
Stars, I
part-
guarantee is gonna be good.
I'm seeing people sharing clips of Foam Star on Twitter today.
I mean, it's
I saw some people
It's
too because
Splatoon.
I follow that side, obviously, probably more than you guys. I'm just like, are you guys really that bored?
How's that not a trademark infringement?
Well,
Are
they
you
ain't got
that
another-
bored right now?
what's the
Like,
other multiplayer game?
Fuck.
That's the thing. I
I'm
mean,
just
you
seeing.
got-
I'm like, quick cap.
Factions.
Quick cap. This
Factions.
game is not good. Stop it.
Foam Star's got to be better than Factions, which is never going to come out in our eternity. It seems.
If
Hey,
this is,
look,
if this
Foam
is
Stars may
gameplay of
actually
your
be better
12-year-old
than,
daughter playing it. Okay, cool, but
It'll
it's
be better
you.
than Gollum.
Destruction All
Get
Stars.
outta here.
It'll be better than Destruction All Stars.
I don't know, dude. I actually played Destruction All Stars
I
quite a
don't
bit.
know. I don't know. Destruction
guarantee
All
you.
Stars wasn't the funnest thing in the world, but there was some strategy and it was okay. It lasted for a couple of hours.
I think I played.
Yeah, that's about it.
Maybe.
Look, if the Nintendo folks can just jump off of their, little Nintendo, whatever it's called,
By the way, any of
Switch.
you guys enjoying Drunk Animals on Xbox? Jesus Christ.
Hey, Animal.
I haven't played
Party
it yet.
Animals.
Party Animals is actually fun.
It looks
That's
fun.
hilarious.
It looks
Dude,
fun.
I'm gonna
Well, it
be.
looks fun, but
It's not fun by
essentially,
yourself.
Drunk
Don't
Animals.
play it by yourself.
Quick
Play it
cap.
with friends.
I'm sorry. They need to work on some of the mechanics in that game.
No,
like,
that's the whole
They
point.
do.
That's the whole point.
Dude, no, I'm saying it
Yes,
right
that's-
now. But when I can make my character grab onto a wall and hump it for starters. You can barely climb over the ropes, like the whole objective is to throw something over the rope and dude, trying to turn your character. I'm going to say it right now. Drunk animals. I know drunk people that could function better than those damn animals.
That's called Southerners.
I'm with you. I'm
Yeah.
with you, man.
Yeah, we downloaded that because we thought maybe Mason would play it. Well, my wife did. And I told her, I'm like, I don't think you realize what this game is. That lasted about 6 minutes. And he turns around and goes, Papa, I don't like this. So,
Yeah, me and my wife played 4 rounds yesterday, and my wife even looked at me and she's like, I really expected more out of this game. And I had to agree with her. And I was just like, you know what? I don't see myself coming back to this game after this.
no, I deleted it today off my console because he doesn't want to play it anymore. So, and I
It's-
have
Maybe
no
the whole
desire.
point
looks cute, but
of
it
Drunk
plays
Animals
quite
is you have to
weird.
be drunk to play it.
I mean,
Dude,
that's what I said. Like, it definitely does not take itself serious, and that's okay. And it's hilarious. There's a lot of hilarious part of it. Like playing by yourself, it's boring. Like, don't do that. That's not fun. You got to have a party where you're all laughing at each other, and especially when you play against each other, which makes it even better. It's a hilarious time, to be honest. But I mean, is it like amazing? Is it like another Fall Guys? No, which I thought Fall Guys also got very boring. But
Thank you. I did too.
it's just, it is what it is. It's a fun little time. It's a little quick something to play with people, and the downside is like having to like invite people
Play
and
it.
be friends with them and stuff is a pain in the ass.
Besides
but-
having to play.
Have to
But I
deal
mean,
with other people. That's the
I mean,
bad part.
Yeah, I mean, learning how to grab things and throw them is really not that bad. Really isn't, but it just takes a few times.
I hated it when you would try to turn your character around to go towards the ropes and then he just wants to run the other direction to like the left or the right. You could barely turn the character.
Well, yeah,
and-
the cameras also. suck
Party
balls.
Animals is going to be the first game ever in gaming where your cheat is going to have more responsive controls hacked into the game.
I never understood
That's
how
bad.
like I could be punching away and the other guy can just come up to me, do like a Superman punch, and somebody just fucking flying.
Or you could go to headbutt him and knock yourself out.
Yes, you can. That you can.
Well, I mean, they're drunk, right?
Have you played on the
Look.
submarine yet, at least, Bomber?
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's funny as shit. Just everybody, it's almost like outwaiting everybody and just climb to the top and wait.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. You do that, you typically can win, but then again, you got to watch out for people that actually can play the game very well, which is very surprising to see. But yeah, there's some people out there that are ridiculously good at being able to climb and do it fast and without a problem, and then be able to grab you and throw you off, and then them climb up. It's insane. I'm not that person. I'll tell you that.
Of course, I find out in one of my playthroughs that you can get killed by one of the missile doors, like coming down. It could literally like cut you in half. I didn't even know. I got stuck underneath.
or you
and it
could
killed me off.
Yeah, you could just drop into it and you die. Yeah, it's fun times.
Damn. Yep, I just didn't care for it. That was the end of that. I didn't give it too much of a chance. One time's all it took me.
Yeah.
Y'all have definitely sold me on not playing this game. Appreciate it.
Well, I'm not
I mean,
gonna lie
there's-
to you,
I
dude.
mean,
I'm not gonna
there's-
sit here and pump you up.
I mean, there's so many other things. I mean, I guess you could play Lies of P and get frustrated and hate
Call of Duty
the
season
dodging
6. I
and all
mean,
that
Bomber,
shit.
stop playing other games.
It's kind
Go
of like
play
those.
Cyberpunk.
It kind of reminds you like playing those parts in those Mario games when you get on the ice levels and your fucking dude's just sliding all over the place. That's kind of like the whole game.
Yeah, basically. That's very true.
Oh, that's not good.
Which
That's not good at all.
that's another couple of games that are coming out this year that will probably blow the socks off of every other game is Mario RPG and Mario Wonders or whatever it is.
Ooh, they both on my fantasy critic roster.
Like they
My
will
Lord. Help me.
destroy the rest of this year because Nintendo, they're going to sell like 50
because it's
million.
Nintendo. Yeah.
It could be the same game, just with different packaging, and they'll sell it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, they have.
You put Mario on the front.
They've done it. Oh,
You'll get
It
the
doesn't even-
super deluxe version where they come with an extra hat, and it's going to outsell the first game.
oh, dude.
Like I said, dude, they are the ACDC of gaming.
Yep.
Yep.
People will always buy their shit. It is what it is. They are smart. Like, that's
Oh,
why they're
really?
in no hurry to go to another generation. Like they have no point to. They're making hand over fist over there.
My grandson will be 60 years old, and they'll still be selling Mario.
Oh, hell, of course. I mean, it's like the biggest known brand out there.
Just
to
on the
anybody.
Switch, just on the Switch 4 though.
The Switch 4.
Yeah.
Switch 4.
The Switch OLED. No, they ain't gonna do
By that time, he's only 3 now, so he has 57 years to go. So by that time, they will work their way up to 4K.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It'd be
At least
upscale.
1080p
Maybe I don't know. Maybe
and checkerboarded. There we
they're
go.
still trying to hang on to that 480p. Yeah.
The big revolution of Nintendo is going to be when they allow you to friend request somebody with one button.
Right?
Oh, that will be huge, actually.
Here's a friend
That
code
or
that
party
enter
chat.
You might
manually.
actually buy one then. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know
Or
the
actually
bad part? They could announce that shit tomorrow.
Oh, it would be.
They
huge.
could literally announce that tomorrow. The new Switch has integration. You can friend request with one button, and they would sell brand new Switches for that.
Oh, 100%. All 190 million Switches will switch over to the new one,
Yep. People be
And it-
going to trade in their old ones.
and it would be
There
an
you go, buy
L,
new
and
one.
it wouldn't be an OLED screen. It'd be back to LCD again, and everybody would still buy.
Oh,
it.
that'd be
This
the,
is
that
best thing.
would be the only difference. That'd be the only difference. They'd be
LCD,
like, well, we can't
and
add that
you
into
could
the
one
old
button that.
software. And it comes
Now-
with a free Labo.
I mean, shit.
No,
if they added
yeah.
party chat though, that would be it.
Maybe.
That'd be game
No.
over. Added
No, the
Steam.
next step for the Switch is not an LCD screen or an OLED screen. You're gonna have to sit in front of a white
Plasma.
wall, and there's gonna be a projector that projects it onto the wall.
That would be that would probably be a. That'd actually probably be better.
Hey, it couldn't be much worse, to be honest.
Except for they did get away from the Switch that had the nunchucks separated. It's all integrated now, so I don't know.
Oh, the Switch Lite, the cheap one. That
Yeah,
was good.
hell yeah, baby, the best one ever. When you get strict drift, you're screwed. Go buy you another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't just
Oh,
fucking mail in the controllers. Fuck you.
That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen to that Portal, too. Watch.
oh, dude, that Portal, that thing is. God, I know y'all talked about it earlier. When
Nobody's going to, and the bad part, nobody's going to admit it. Because let's face it, if you're buying the Portal,
Mhm.
you're pretty much you're capping for PlayStation just to
Mhm.
buy this thing. You're not
Mhm.
going to admit to anybody
Nope.
that your sticks are drifted.
and not
You'll
even just
never
that-
see it.
And not even just that. I mean, I don't see how this is like a must-have.
It's
I
not.
don't get it either.
Like
It's
it's not. Like we know
It's
that.
not.
but-
Even if it had an SSD in it with 512 gigs, and even if you could, I'm not talking about a fast one. I'm talking about just on disk storage. So not the revolutionary thing that we have in the PS5 is so fast. It
Oh, it's
already
super
read
fast.
my mind. But just like on, like, even if you could download games to it natively and you could play it over any Wi-Fi or even any mobile, it's still not a must-have device in my opinion.
Well, if it was that at $200, it would be
At
Well,
200, that would be a different
Yes.
story, but it wouldn't be.
No,
and
because
see, I
SSD
agree.
just adds 250 bucks to it.
I thought this device was going to be $300. No joke.
I'm
They're gonna-
surprised
I
it's
was like,
200, but
I'm
it's
like,
still
they're going to
200 too
overprice it,
much.
and it's going to look even dumber, and then people are going to buy it, and they're going to be like, oh man, I can't believe this.
Well,
is
I
$300.
agree, dude, and I'm notorious for buying dumb shit. I'm sitting in a room full of dumb shit I've bought. And I just
You're just noped out on this. On the
yeah, and I
floor,
mean,
right?
dude,
Yeah.
I'm probably one of the very few people that bought the special edition, the little baby thing from Death Stranding. It's sitting on the shelf behind me.
Yeah, the BB.
Oh,
Yeah, the BB in the container that freaks people out every time they see it.
but she's
Like,
in the
is that
next
a real baby?
game or whatever. ain't she?
And I
Real baby. Yes.
Wilmy,
I-
you keep
I laugh.
penises in here? What the hell?
well, I
He
laugh.
found it on one of his job sites.
I had somebody actually ask me that, and I'm like, yeah, me and the wife, it was years ago, but don't tell anybody. And the guy just kind of looked at me funny. It was a cable guy. Yeah, so he just, I don't know. Hopefully he didn't believe me. But yeah, I mean, I'm notorious for buying dumb gaming
I
shit.
saw today.
Probably. But this is one thing I'm not dumb enough to buy. 'Cause I just don't see it. I really don't. I just don't
No.
get the point.
I guess it's great when you're on the shitter. That's about it.
Maybe.
But
Like, you need to play a game. That
But
I
you
don't
have to have
even
two
rate it
hands
that
for that.
bad.
Like, what are you doing?
Like, how
So
long
you're
are we in there
telling-
for?
So you're telling me that the PSP is going to create an outbreak of pink eye?
Probably.
Well, I want to know if you're going to take this thing to the toilet with you. I want to know how long it takes you to shit.
Oh yeah, it is called the PSP again, ain't it?
It is. It is.
He's been in there for
Now-
45
Now, don't get
minutes.
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. When I was a kid, when I got older, I was fascinated. This is no joke. My uncle would go in the bathroom. He would take a cup of coffee and a pack of cigarettes with him. He would literally come back out, get another cup of coffee, and go back.
He
And I
just
did not-
didn't want to be around people. That's
Dude,
all.
I didn't realize that shit till I was like
Gotta
12
be
or
it.
13 years old.
I'm going to say right
And-
now, dude, I feel like you just exposed a side of humanity to me that I didn't even know was
And
possible.
well, and the bad part, I asked him one day, I'm like, why do you come back out to get another cup of coffee? He goes, well, I ain't done yet. And I'm like,
Because the first cup made me shit.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, he's like shitting in real time.
Shit, real time.
Coffee
I
makes
mean,
me
dude,
shit.
it used to,
Does too.
and it took me a few years to catch on. I'm like, that's one hell of a shit this dude's in there taking.
He'd have,
You know, I
clean,
mean-
he'd have a clean cut and then be like, I don't know if I'm done.
A lot of great smell
Better get a
coming out of
refill.
there, eh? Fucking
Better
shit,
get a
coffee,
refill.
and cigarettes.
Well, Jago, it was the 80s, dude. People smoked everywhere.
That's true.
You bought cigarettes going in the door at the hospital.
I still
They had the
remember
cigarette
my first
machines.
plane, my first plane rides as a kid with all the smoke
Yeah, you
going
could
through
smoke on the
going
planes.
through the fucking planes.
Yeah, that was funny. This is the non-smoking section. And I was like, what does it matter? You're in a tube.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you're in a tube, it's just gonna drift around.
Yeah.
These big haze,
Whoa,
right?
whoa, whoa,
Like, fuck.
whoa, that's the non-smoking section. Cut it
I
off.
always thought that was weird about restaurants that had a smoking section and
Right?
a non-smoking and they have something called a smoke eater, and the whole thing is like going crazy, just trying to keep up with all the chain smoke rolling through the room.
Yeah, I mean, well, it never made a lot of sense, to be honest. It's like
Well,
Dude said,
a lot of
especially
shit
on a
in the
plane.
80s didn't. Let's be honest. The 80s was a different time.
Yep.
Yeah, it was the 80s, dude. He would go in there and drink his coffee and smoke his cigarettes and then come out, get another cup of coffee and go back and finish. He'd come back out like 20 minutes later and you didn't want to go
In the
nowhere
80s,
near
you'd
that
have
bathroom.
tendonitis in your wrist because you wanted to go change the goddamn channels on your TV. You had to get up and turn the knob 101 times.
Don't nobody
Yeah,
go to the
Yeah.
bathroom.
UHF TVs, yeah.
Until the remotes came along, made it a little easier.
Well, honestly, we only had like 3 channels though,
Click, click.
but
click,
they were
click,
like 100 and
click,
some
click.
clicks apart.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you'd still flick through those like, what's on this channel? Go back to the next one. What's on that channel?
The fucking news. What's on this one? The news. What's on this one? Static.
Static.
So
And PBS.
yeah, that was it. PBS. I couldn't think of.
And then you get stuck on PBS, and they're having some kind of call telethon of help us support our channel.
Yeah, be like, what do you ever show? Just asking support for our channel.
Maybe
Hey, speaking of support for a channel,
I was just about to say, hey, we got a lot of that going on Twitter. What's Twitter mad about this week?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Well, let's cue it up here. All right, go ahead, gentlemen.
I don't know the dude's
Sad little
name, but
story
that
about my
douchebag that dude was crying about somebody only gifting one sub
Like,
versus 5 or 10.
who
Or,
watches these people?
I don't know, and who
Like, I
actually
don't get
gives
it,
them
man.
that kind of subs after
Like, are you that
dude.
fucking bored in your fucking life that you turn on your fucking phone or your laptop and you just watch this fucking guy? Like, what does he do?
I don't know.
Does he just
Hey
rant?
guys,
I mean, he's
Like a
definitely
hype
dog.
train or sub train or whatever. Oh,
I mean, clearly it
God.
was definitely the hype train,
Yeah,
which is the
I'm
sub
like,
train thing. But
obviously
it's-
super old, and I don't get the whole like watching someone
I
shit on
There's a
Twitter
lot of
or
kids
play
watch
a
people. They
game.
don't play
I
video
know,
games.
man.
They
I
just
don't-
watch
I
other
don't
people
know,
play.
like. I don't like. Look,
I don't get it.
I used to watch a lot of streamers a lot. I didn't mind it, especially it is just something that I liked. It didn't bother me. I never really like I guess supported in the way of like giving money, but like seeing like this dude just be that ungrateful. Like the dude already, I think somebody like posted it, like he makes like 10 grand a month already on subs, and he's over
Mhm.
there crying about that. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, but then again, like his supporters aren't going to care. They're going to keep
called
supporting him for whatever
entitlement.
reason. Yeah, it's
You
like,
know
it's
when
bullshit.
he's going to cry? When those new tax laws kick in next year and he gets a 1099 on all
Mhm.
that money.
I mean, I hope so. I hope he gets screwed. Because I mean, he's
He's-
it's
he's
just a
probably
complete
gonna get
asshole. I mean,
bigger.
that's just a
His
complete
jail
asshole.
probably get bigger.
I mean, you're probably right.
We've seen a lot of streaming girls out there do the same thing too, like make public videos because people are into
Oh, yeah.
Twitch streams, not donating money and shit like that. And they're like, "How cheap are you, you fucking scumbags? You come here,
Hey,
but you
no.
don't donate." Like, are you fucking serious? Like,
Well, I mean, let's face it, gentlemen,
No.
and nobody wants to talk about the elephant in the room, but we have a generation that's turned fives into tens in their own mind
Yeah.
that's true.
by
this is the
simping for these
thing.
people.
With those, a lot of those women though, Noof, that are saying that, that's what their channel is built on. The guys like being embarrassed by the women,
Yeah,
and
that's also
it's a
true.
fetish. So with them saying that, those
So
guys,
glad I barely even know what Twitch.
I'm horny, but I'm not
Yeah.
that horny. Sorry.
yeah, I'm just saying, it's
There's
weird.
there's
They
dudes
get
that
more
like to be
money.
degraded out there, and
Yeah,
that's
they like to be degraded.
what it is. It's just
Well,
And they
damn, they
pay to
can come
be
in here,
talked
dude. We
about.
can degrade anybody. We don't care.
Yeah,
And hell,
but
we
we
didn't-
we ain't got a somewhat halfway attractive chick that's degrading them, or we'd probably be making a lot of money.
Oh, we can degrade them. That's not
I
even
mean,
a problem.
Yeah, we can, but they ain't gonna pay for that.
no, they want a hot girl doing
Yeah,
it.
But
they
now, you
Or
know,
a girl. Period.
we got to,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
we can put up a picture of Phil Spencer. He's got cleavage. Right?
put up a picture of what's the guy from King of Queens that's been all over Twitter.
Oh,
for
God.
Oh Lord,
Kevin,
ever.
Kevin, whatever.
With the
Hef-
sweat.
Kevin
whatever.
James. That
That's
picture.
it,
Holy
James.
shit.
What is he doing? What
How did
happened
that
to him?
even start? I don't know. I just saw it.
I don't
It
know how
started
that
like
started.
earlier this week, and it's just. Oh,
You're talking about the
man,
meme of like
everywhere.
the swords?
No,
No, with
No.
the boobs. Kevin
Boobs.
James.
Yeah, the
with
one I
boobs.
posted this morning.
Oh, I'll have to
I've
go
seen
back
that
and look.
100 times at least in the last 2 days.
I mean, I know he's a bigger guy, but
it's just the new picture that's being used
Oh.
for meme purposes. That's all.
gotcha.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm
it's
glad
just-
I'm not.
For some reason, I don't know.
I'm
But
glad
whatever.
I'm not popular because I mean shit. Yeah,
it's the
plenty
new
to make fun of me with.
Leonardo DiCaprio meme with the T.
Yeah,
Now it's
for a
everybody's
couple of
using
days
Kevin
anyway.
James for some reason.
Yeah, for a day or two. Then it'll go
Oh,
back.
yeah.
to
But
something
I'll go
else.
back to Taylor Swift.
No,
I'm telling
not for
you,
me.
just put hashtag Taylor Swift for our
Hashtag
next
Taylor Swift.
podcast.
Absolutely.
We'll have like
Well, you'll have a ton of retweets.
20,000 people in here.
We're talking about
I don't think so.
Swifties.
Speaking of, we were just talking about this shit. Some dude, who the fuck is even this guy? Anyway, some dude I follow on Twitter that followed me. I was nice enough to follow him back.
Oh,
He's retweeted somebody called Muscle Mommy. It's
Oh,
Sunday fun day for me. She's sitting here half naked with one
Yes.
hand over her boob. Says one like $1, one comment $1, one retweet $1.
Oh, shit.
20 minutes ago. What the fuck?
I guess I need to.
And the funny part, homegirl is naked, and Twitter is okay with that.
Oh,
I posted a meme and got an account taken down. I was 11 years old.
well, it's because her titties are not making fun of anybody, okay?
I guess. Yeah, I mean, dude,
Empowerment,
her whole profile, that is all it is.
Well, that's all I keep getting followed by here lately is all these porn accounts.
And it's like, but this is okay for Twitter, to be on Twitter. Nobody
Yeah, my
cares.
DM's full of that crap.
But
I post
hey,
a meme and I get banned.
But to get rid of it, subscribe, and then you can get rid of that stuff.
Oh, that's horseshit too. No.
No, I know.
I've got a subscription to Twitter. I've got Twitter Blue or whatever the fuck it's called.
X-Blue.
I'm hoping. I don't know how many ads you guys see.
Oh, a million.
I'm still seeing a shit ton of them.
Well, I just blocked one yesterday, and it keeps showing up, and it still says I blocked it, but it still shows up. How awesome is that?
That's great. That's
Yep,
perfect.
it's doing its work. The Mr. Elon Musk is, at first I didn't really care that he took over because I was like, whatever. What's the worst he can actually do to this shitty stuff? But yeah, he can actually do some
Yeah,
worse
just
stuff
wait.
to it.
Well, speaking of that, let's see. We said it as a joke on here weeks and weeks ago. Actually, I think it's back like April, May, that I was going to, set up a subscription thing on Twitter, right? I'm still waiting for review. And I signed up for this in April. By my calendar, this is October.
Is
And
it
it's still
doing the
waiting to be
streaming?
reviewed.
Is that right?
No, subscription.
Oh,
Remember we were joking around just about doing
Oh, yeah,
themes as
that's
a
right.
subscription?
yeah.
Yeah, it's still waiting to be reviewed. And I'm Twitter Blue. I got the little check mark.
You get that blue
What a
shit.
blue. X
Yeah,
blue. Whatever
and-
the fuck it's called now.
Yeah, and
X-Blue.
X blue, X premium.
yeah,
whatever.
and it still hasn't been reviewed yet. And that's been 6 months.
It's crazy.
So yeah. Hurry up and wait.
Oh yeah.
It might be reviewed by the time 2026 rolls around. We'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the week's news, huh?
I think so. I'm trying to think if is there anything else? I mean, really, it was just
See, Jim
All about
Ryan did the
Xbox.
big one.
yeah, Xbox. They're doing stuff.
FTC.
Yeah, they got some. Everybody's
But
loving
we're in October now officially.
ABK
and
baby,
October,
ABK baby.
So
ABK.
many
Mhm.
games. So many games.
I'm so sick of hearing about ABK.
But ABK baby.
I'm sick of it. I've
It's
been
the
sick of
best.
it for about 2 years now.
But it's the best thing ever, though. I mean, you get all the games.
I'm gonna get them all anyway because I just buy the damn thing. See?
No, but it's better if you don't support your people.
Yeah, you gotta support your devs.
Support your devs by subscribing. 'Cause if you don't
So
subscribe,
on that note, guess what?
subscribe.
I'm gonna play this new intro one more time for everybody that didn't see it in the beginning, and then we're gonna do our outros.
Oh,
Very good.
Kick ass.
I just really like the music.
That's awesome.
Got my boy Clive there opening that intro too. Man, can
Yep,
feel the
made
floor.
for us by our resident Canadian.
Mhm.
I'm surrounded by Canadians.
We got a whole bunch of Canadians.
I'm surrounded by Canadians.
Wow,
All
I mean,
Southerners and
North.
Canadians, no Midwesterners in this group.
I know, it's weird. Well, no, we got Sint. Sint's out in
Yeah, he's out there in that
Yeah.
hot place
Midwest,
called
or is that
Arizona.
West?
Yeah, that's
Howdy,
South
y'all.
He's out there in Satan's nutsack.
that's Alabama,
enough.
dude, wasn't it?
But it's a dry heat. It's a dry heat.
What you're saying
I'm
is a
here,
really
Dave.
dry nutsack.
It's a dry nut.
I'm here to tell you,
Yeah,
heat
for
is
sure.
heat. All right, gentlemen. I think we bullshit our way through 2 hours.
Mhm.
I
I
believe.
mean,
so.
really wasn't a whole lot to go on. So,
No, we just
We always do our best.
we do our best with what
When we
got,
told
you
me
know.
it was
But-
funny again tonight for the
we
second.
will, that makes twice in 1 year.
Mhm.
That's a
Yeah.
record.
What do we do?
Peniac was funny twice this year.
Oh, shit!
Yeah, right?
Damn, the year's not even over yet.
I've
I
got
know,
3
we got a
months
couple
left
more
to go.
months.
It'll be funny again.
The show before Halloween, I do have a surprise. I'm going to have a couple of guests, and we are going to discuss horror games and movies. I'm not going to tell you who the guest is, but no, it's not going to be Dealer
Horror
because
games?
he doesn't do
What?
horror games. But
No.
it will be movies
Candyman.
and games. So I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet.
All right, I'm gonna
One of them has never been on the show before. One of them has, but it's been a while. But on that note, Doof,
Yes,
thanks
sir.
for joining us, dude. Although it was a really boring podcast, in my opinion.
You didn't ask me to bring in the personalities.
Well, everybody's got multiple personalities. I mean, Bomber's got 7.
That is true.
Look,
That we
look,
know of.
Look.
Yeah, that we know of. Peniac,
Yeah,
he's only got half of one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, it's always good times hanging out with you guys and being on Gaming Beyond the Box. So, like I said, glad to be here and hope to come back in the future. You know, whenever there's something cool to talk about, or you just want Noof to come in and shoot the shit, so to speak. I'm always around the corner, brother. So, thanks again for having me here. You guys know where
Well,
to find
you're
me.
a little
obviously.
above.
Yeah,
you're above the corner.
yeah, pretty much. A little above the corner, up on the street lights, hanging off the pole.
Oh,
You guys
okay,
know to
off
find
the
me over
pole,
on
eh?
my channel, Noof Nukem, Monday nights, 9 Eastern, 7 Mountain Time. My podcast, The Gaming Fuse. Come check it out if you haven't done so already. I see there's a lot of people in your chat to come out and check out my show, which is fantastic. And we hope you like what you see so far. 16 episodes in, I think it is. And things are going pretty good. So can't complain. And again, it's always a fun time hanging out with you guys. And hopefully in the near future, we can all catch up and play some more games together, which is long overdue.
Damn right it is. Well, my schedule lately, it's been tough.
Well, wait a minute. We can play these games?
No.
Yeah,
We're
so
actually,
let's do that
we're only
shit.
supposed to, actually, we're supposed to
Titanfall
only
2 is
talk
fixed
about them.
now. That's always a great one to jump back into.
You're supposed to only talk about games, not play them.
Yep.
Oh,
No, that's regular podcast.
That's what I mean. I mean, that's the only way you're successful.
yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Sorry.
Yeah, just give an opinion. You don't have to play it. All right, Peniac, tell everybody where they can find you, dude.
Here Sundays at 7 p.m. Twitter Peniac Giant. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And that's more than enough, trust me. All right, Centurion, we know you got to get out of here, so go ahead and tell everybody where to find you.
Wake up.
You find him at
Why don't you put a little makeup?
Your mom's
See
out.
ya.
It's a dry heat, okay?
And fried his brain.
It's a little dry.
Mm-hmm.
Centurion.
Oh,
Huh.
Sitting on left anyway.
Fuck my outro is what he said. He said,
Yeah.
I'm out.
that ended
All right.
it. Shut him down.
Scrub, tell everybody where they can find you, dude.
Well, of course, you can find me here on Sunday. And next week, I'll be wearing my new Taylor Swift shirt. Go Swifties. No, anyway.
Hey, if Travis Kelsey gets like 4 touchdowns tonight, I'll fucking wear a Taylor Swift shirt. He's on my
Let's go
Well,
Taylor
then
fantasy
you
team.
Swift,
go there.
baby.
Yeah.
And
Y'all
not
sick.
only is
On
she
Twitter.
in attendance, she's got
She got
Hugh Jackman,
and
Ryan Reynolds, And
John
Blake
Mayer.
Lively, y'all know who
Oh,
Blake
Blake
Lively
Lively.
is. Don't even pretend like you don't.
Oh,
Don't
Lord.
even pretend like you don't.
Whatever. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter. You can see it right there below my name, Scrub Nurse 3. And you can find me on Twitch at Scrub_Nurse playing what? Call of Duty. And
Not
you can
again.
find me on Xbox. If you're on Xbox and you just say, hey man, I'm bored. I need somebody to play Call of Duty with or BS or whatever. You can find me on Xbox at Scrub space in the middle Nurse. Scrub Nurse. All right.
Scrub
y'all.
is always
See y'all
up
next
to
time.
play Redfall too. If you don't, didn't know.
yeah. That has been deleted off of my account permanently. Shout out to the replay game. See you guys later.
Yeah, to everybody that listens to us on Rumble, we've actually gotten pretty popular on Rumble lately.
That's
We've only been on there for a little over a month, and we're getting a lot of views,
Get ready to
It's because
rumble.
Taylor
A lot of
Swift
replays.
helps on Rumble.
and the best part, Rumble is uncensored. That's awesome,
YouTube is
For
censored.
now.
Yeah, don't give us excuse to be worse
dude.
than we already are.
YouTube is horrible.
I listen to this back. Every F bomb is going to be muted.
No. They won't do that. It's just they send me hateful emails sometimes. So, but it's all good. Nobody cares.
Gotcha. Nobody cares.
All right, Bomber. Tell
Yo.
everybody where they can find you, dude.
They can sometimes find me at everywhere at HR Bomber. Again, if you can't find me, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Yeah, hopefully everybody gets to enjoy all the games that are coming out soon and already out. So anyway, y'all have a wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah, go play some games.
Yeah, go play something besides yourself.
Since
All right.
his internet dropped,
It's a dry heat.
The Illuminati shut him down.
That dry heat got to him.
Dry heat.
All right.
Fucking dry.
And you can find me here every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern. You can find me on Twitter. Look for Wilmy Hood #2. You can find me on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. Look for Wilmy Hood. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. And I'm going to go and I'm going to watch the movie Halloween.
Which one?
So
The OG.
the Rob Zombie remake,
Oh,
Which one's that one?
the actual good one.
Oh, there's a good one. No, okay.
Yeah, the one that Rob Zombie did a few years back.
I like his
Is that-
Texas
is that
Chainsaw
the-
Massacre.
the
one.
redo
That was
one?
pretty good too.
Yeah,
Just
that
to
was
be
the redo, the one that actually had the kid
Oh, okay.
and Rob Zombie's wife in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think he actually did the movie right. It gave you a backstory why Michael was so screwed up. You know what I mean?
Right.
It actually explained it to you why he was so screwy. But then the second part he made was just dog shit.
Didn't
So-
they just sell the property?
Yeah, they're supposed to be making another Halloween movie, and I have no idea why.
Well, you know
Yeah,
why.
I think Xbox purchased Halloween. Xbox IP too.
They may have. They may have.
They're like, screw it, we're gonna take the IP.
But don't let Linda Khan hear that. But yeah, dude,
Oh, good old
it's.
Lena. Yeah.
I don't know why they're remaking going to make another one after we just had one come out.
Mhm.
It really wasn't that great.
They're like Halloween Kills and Halloween Kills 2. Halloween
Yeah, I mean-
sucks. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just let the dude stay dead at this point. You know what I mean?
hey,
Just let
listen.
him
He,
stay there.
he needs to be transferred from the psycho ward on
Yeah, every
the
time on
30th
Halloween.
of October
Why?
downstate to a better hospital. Obvious.
And that is so dumb. I mean, pick a different. Take him on, like November.
June 3rd or something.
Yeah, take him on Thanksgiving when he's full.
That's
You know?
true.
That's too close to Halloween, though. Maybe
No,
when he's,
Thanksgiving's a month apart.
that's very close.
Hey,
I'm
could
talking
do like July 4th or something like that.
like March
Yeah, take him in.
19th. Like, why not that? No,
Right,
let's
take-
go. October
While
30th
everybody's at
sounds like a
stores.
great day to do it.
How about
Take him on the
February
Ides of
30th?
March. Yeah, there you
Fuck,
go.
fine. May 2nd.
February the 31st.
Just not
yeah,
October 30th, you fucking idiot.
The
Every time.
movie, I've never been a huge fan of those movies for Halloween, but I did like his remake. And do like, for whatever reason, Part 3, Season of the Witch. I guess because it's so corny with the robotic guys killing everybody and shit. I don't know.
Lord of mercy,
I
Blake
think we
Lively.
need another
God, dog.
Jason X. What do y'all say?
Oh God, no.
Dude, it had some of the best
we need
kills
that.
ever.
We need that like we need another Redfall.
Oh, that's
Jason
bad.
versus
Yeah, we
Freddy
definitely need that.
versus Michael Myers.
Yeah, there you
Yes, bring Michael Myers
do
would get
that.
destroyed by both of them. That'd be great.
Jago says the ads popping up during our show. Well, Jago, if
Oh,
you
nice.
don't want the ads popping up in our show,
Subscribe,
you need to donate and subscribe to our channel.
go. Jago, the bad part, dude.
You
Speaking
have
of
no
that,
choice over it.
On YouTube?
yeah. Speaking
no,
of the
yeah.
ads,
I'm just
YouTube actually controls that now.
Yep.
unless you have YouTube Premium, unless you
Yep.
have Premium, that's the only
It
way to
doesn't matter.
avoid
Yep.
the ads.
Yeah,
says YouTube
because
Premium.
I don't even get a say in it anymore.
Yeah, they do it automatically.
Yep, because they're getting their cut regardless. They don't give a shit.
Yep. Oh, and thank you, Dr. Dinglenut. I think Season of the Witch is massively underrated. And I don't know. I woke up this morning and that movie was on.
Ooh, are you going to
It'll
watch
say-
the new Exorcist?
Damn right.
It looks
I'm
good,
watching
doesn't
Gen
it?
V.
It actually
That's
looks
my next
good.
thing. Gen
I
V
hope it's good.
on Amazon Prime.
Oh, Gen V. Ain't that the
Oh,
the
yeah.
Boys,
I gotta
Boys
not the
watch
spin-off.
that.
boys?
I gotta watch
Yeah,
that.
the Boys spinoff.
The Boys is so good, and apparently this is also
I-
super good too.
I
so
could never get into
can't
that
wait.
freaking show.
Why?
Boys is awesome.
It was just maybe I don't like the main dude. Like I think he just
So
looks
violent and sweary, and just the gore is so over the top when it happens.
The
It's
gore is
so
over the top.
funny.
And I think maybe
It's
that's
just
why I
so
was like,
fucking
yeah, this is
hilarious
dumb.
when someone dies like that. It's just like, oh,
Oh, and Noof, if you're asking about the new Insidious, it's called the Red Door. It should be called the Red Snore.
Correct. Oh, okay.
It's pretty boring, dude. I mean, if you've watched the other movies, it kind of goes along with those, but it's
Did
It's
anybody
not
see
all right.
the Venom 2? I know we're like
No.
supposed to be leaving.
You were saying a while back though, Wilmy,
Let
that
There
was
Be
it
Carnage?
the priest,
Yeah.
was it the priest exorcist? Is that pretty good?
actually it was a different take on the exorcism genre. It actually
Well,
wasn't
Russell
bad.
Crowe, right?
Yeah, it was different. I'll give it that.
It's 'cause Russell Crowe's awesome.
I didn't see a
Always
lot of
was.
endorsements for that movie, so I didn't watch. it.
Cobwebs was good too. That came out about the same
Bummer.
time.
Let There Be Carnage is worse than the first Venom, and I actually
Oh,
like
that's-
the first Venom
That's sad.
enough that I've watched it probably like 3 times. But the other,
Well, on that note, we're going to carry on this
Yeah, okay.
conversation out of here. Everybody have a great weekend. What's left of it.
Be careful.
We'll see you
Give
back
us
here
money.
next Sunday night at
Cheers.
7 p.m. Eastern.
Subscribe, pay.
Subscribe.
And Jesus Christ.
If you don't subscribe, you're not cool.
Drop some money.
Oh God.
Drop money.
Later, y'all.